Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl, Unique Boy's mom, or your woman. Your woman, Unique Boy's mom. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you had a good week. So many of you have been reminding me about this story I've been meaning to talk about, and or this experience I've been meaning to share. So I'm here now to give you guys the hot gist, the scoop, and everything else in between. Okay, so right now it seems like a story, right? But when it happened, I was like in shock. Like I was in big shock, and it wasn't really funny at the time, right? But anyways, a lot of people have had their own share of experiences online. I wouldn't really say I've been duped before online. I have been, like, prior to this experience, I've really been lucky with buying things online. I've never had cause to complain that I was duped. I think it's also because I do my own checks. There are certain things you look out for. There are certain checks that you do before you decide to buy something online, right? You want to check the authenticity of the page. You want to check comments. Imagine you checking checking a page. You want to buy something from this page and you're seeing like 50,000 followers, but then you're seeing just one comment or two comments and people don't really engage as much. It's kind of like a red flag. So there are certain things that people look out for, which I also do. So I have really been lucky with buying things online. I've not had cause to really like be upset or get duped online, right? So for me, this particular experience was a bit surprising because this was somebody I had bought stuff from in the past. I had bought like twice or three times before this particular experience. So trust me, I was not expecting this kind of thing to happen. And one thing with me is that whenever I buy things online, if I'm buying something from you for the first time, I don't buy anything expensive to try you out, right? So if you're somebody that has a presence online and you have an offline store, I would rather locate your own offline store and buy something from you directly, where I get to see what I'm buying before I decide to buy from you. Okay, so I'm giving you guys all this I'm giving you this background information just to let you know that I never expected that it would be me, because I am like so careful. I am so like so careful about these things. So I never expected that it was going to happen to me. Okay, so enough of the preambles. Let's get into the main gist for today. Okay, let's get down into the story. So this particular Instagram vendor actually sells hair. Now, backstory: I'm not one to purchase a particular thing from just one person. Okay, I like to try out different vendors to test their quality, the quality of their things, to also, this economy is hard, right? So you're also looking for good deals that you can get without breaking the bank. In one of my videos, I talked about how I try to capitalize on buying things when people are on sale. Okay, so if you're on sale, I always take that as an opportunity to buy something from you, because I believe that whatever I'm purchasing from you during sale is cheaper than buying when you're not on sale. Okay, it isn't always the case, because we know Instagram vendors, how they can, you know, they can be funny in the ways they do their sales and whatnot. But anyways, that's the whole idea of why I buy things on sales. Okay, I try as much as possible to cut my costs because I'm first an accountant before anything. Anyways, so I am someone who capitalizes on buying things during sales. Okay, not that I don't have a good hair vendor, right? I have hair vendors that I've purchased hair from before in the past, not during sales. Good hair, you know. But this particular hair vendor, she usually like does sales like from time to time. So I look out for when she's doing sales and I try to buy hair from her. Truth be told, this hair vendor is very, very affordable during sales. Like, I've done the comparison time and again with other hair vendors, and I've come to the conclusion that her hairs are really good, really, really good, right? She sells good quality hairs, but I mean, at very good and affordable prices during her sales. And so that's why I think all the times I've purchased from her were during sales. Okay, so she had this particular sales, I think sometime in July of last year, and she was selling like they call it raw donor hairs. And I have always wanted to own a longer length of hair, of, you know, Vietnamese hair. So I saw, you know, her adverts talking about the sales, and I was like, okay, well, I'm really looking forward to it and whatnot. And so when it was time for her sales, I bought a 22 inch, or is it 22 inches hair, 22 inches, 200 grams. And then I bought a closure. The closure was 18 inches. Okay, because money no do now. And one thing with me is that when I want to use something, I buy it way ahead of time so that I kind of give myself the opportunity to, you know, breathe, and I don't have to rush to buy things. So this was supposed to be my December hair, right? And I didn't want to wait all the way. I didn't want to wait till December before buying it. I wanted to buy it ahead of time. And then I also wanted to buy my birthday hair. This was in July, remember? My birthday is in September. So I actually bought two hairs, one for my birthday and one for December. Like, December is my favorite time of the year. So I like to slay and look good in December. Okay, so this was in July, right? So I bought the hairs, the two hairs. The birthday hair, I would try to put it up so you see the particular hair I'm talking about. Okay, so I bought that hair for, it was a blonde hair. Is it blonde they call it? Yeah, like blonde hair, very nice hair, right? I bought that one was, I think, 44,000. It was really, really good because like later on when I started checking the price of that hair, I mean, people were selling it as high as 100k, 120k for that hair, and it was a super double drawn hair. Sorry guys, I know too much about hair. I've done the hair business before, so like when I'm talking about hair, I'm really passionate because I've done hair business before and I really, really know good hairs. Okay, so I bought a super double drawn blonde hair, you know, for my birthday, and then I bought a 22 inches hair, 200 grams, 18 inches closure for my December hair. Okay, I paid for wigging. I think the birthday hair was coming as a wig, so there was no need to pay for wigging. I paid for wigging for the other hair, and we were told that it was going to take, I think, I'll try to pull up the chart where like the timelines were, but I think it was 2 weeks. It's been a long time, right? It's been over 8 months now. I was okay with that. I was okay with waiting because of course I didn't need the hair like immediately, any of the hairs immediately, so I was okay with waiting. I didn't mind. And then I had bought hairs from her like twice before this particular time, so I was okay with it, right? So I paid I bought it on our website, paid for everything, paid for delivery, and I had my receipt sent to me via Paystack in my email. So I was cool. Okay, so I was waiting now. When it was like it was time for the delivery to commence, because she stated that it would be, you know, I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks after sales that delivery will commence. So when it was time for delivery, I got a message. In my mind, I was like, oh, maybe it was a message to tell me that, you know, they are sending my hair out, because that's how she does. Once delivery starts, she tells you that, oh, expect your hair on so date and whatnot. So when it was time for delivery now, I saw my, you know, I got this message, and then to my greatest surprise, the message was about something totally different. A notification telling me that the price which I paid for the 22 inches was a mistake on their part, right, when they were uploading it on their website, and that price was actually not for 22 inches. It was for I think another maybe 20 inches or something, I don't know, but that the price for the 22 inches was higher, and I would have to balance 12,000 naira. Now I was like, okay, what are the different other hairs that you have? They showed me various pictures, and they were colored hair. The hair originally ordered was black, so I was like, I don't want any colored hair. I don't want burgundy. I already have a burgundy hair. I don't want blonde, because I already have, you know, a blonde hair that I ordered for my birthday. I really don't want any of these colors. I want, you know, the black hair, or whatever they call the hair that looks like your hair. I want that hair. Okay, so after the whole back and forth, I spoke with them. I expressed my displeasure. They apologized, and I was like, okay, it happens in business, right? And I just tried to put myself in their shoes, and I was like, okay, it was their mistake. They didn't do their calculations well, but I really want this hair, so I might as well just pay the 12,100. So I proceeded to make a transfer, paid for the 12,100 difference to get a longer length of 24 inches. And I was like, okay, when am I getting my hair? And they told me, you know, the timeline when I should be expecting my hair. And I was like, okay, great. The day that the hair would come, they called me, the rider called me. I was happy. I was like, thank God, finally this hair don't come. I went, I collected my hair. By the way, I think it was a day I was actually working from home, so I just collected my hair and kept it somewhere, because I was like, I was still working and all. So after a short while, something just told me, just check your package and make sure that it's your hair. At least 5 minutes will not kill you. 5 minutes, take 5 minutes off from work and just check this thing. So I checked. I saw my blonde hair for my birthday. I was like, okay, we're about to sleep. I didn't really mind, you know, like I didn't really care as much for the birthday hair, because that was not as expensive as this other 24 inches hair. So I checked that one. I was like, okay, what's going on here? I saw one bundle, and then I saw one other, like they were supposed to be 200 grams, remember? So that would be 2 bundles and a closure. I saw one bundle packed properly, you know, and it was looking okay. It looked like 100 grams. Then I saw another bundle, but this second bundle seemed smaller than the first one. I was like, how can this bundle be so small like this? How can this be 100 grams? I was like, okay, let me open it. So there was a rubber band I was used to tie the hair. I think it comes like that from, I don't know, it's the kind of rubber band they use to tie hair, maybe from wherever they bring the hairs from. Okay, so I loosened the rubber band, and I was like, okay, I was trying to like check whether this hair, I was like, this hair does not look right. I was like, okay, let me check for the closure. I didn't see closure. I had to pieces out the hair. Like, I was like, okay, you know, these hairs are really like, they're very slim. They're very, how do I explain it? You know, so I was like, okay, maybe the hair is inside. Maybe the closure is inside. So I loosened it. In the process of losing it, that rubber band I was used to tie the hair, of course, I couldn't care about that rubber band at that point. I don't know where it went. Anyways, I scattered the hair, trying to check, and I was like, God, what the hell was going on? And I said, let me quickly call them. I quickly called them that, please, oh, this hair, something is up, something is going on. That is not, I'm not understanding. This is not what I ordered. Please send your rider to come back immediately and get the hairs back. They tried to understand the situation. I explained to them that this hair does not look complete. There's no closure in the hair. And please just send your rider back because I don't want any problem. Just send your rider back ASAP. Today. Let him come and collect the hair. I waited that day for the rider to come and collect the hair. Waited and waited though. Rider did not come. I buzzed these guys. Please come and collect this hair today because I don't want any problem. Just come and collect your hairs because this hair is not what I ordered. They did not answer. No response. I tried. Like at that point, I was livid. I was frantic. I was scared that, hey, it's as if these people have duped me. This hair was close to 200,000 naira at that time. I was like, hey, does it mean I've lost this money? I was, you know, in a bit to, you know, feel like, okay, maybe all hope is not lost. Let me try to check this hair, whether at least if my money don't lose, make I don't say at least I get something from her. You understand? So I started losing the hair again, checking. I said, you know how it can be. No, these guys did not respond to me. I had to look for, when I now realized that this lady, let me go and look for her on the owner of the hair place. Let me go and look for her on TikTok. Let me go and look for her everywhere because I noticed she used to do a lot of TikTok. I buzzed her private. I checked. On that day, I did investigative journalism. I became an investigator. I searched for the owner of the business. I searched for her on Instagram. I buzzed her, please. This is what is going on. Please get your guys to send to. I was angry. I was really shouting. Like, I went to TikTok, followed her, tried to send a message to her, but I couldn't because obviously she had not accepted me or something. I don't know. TikTok is not really my thing. But long story short, I couldn't reach them in any way. I was just like, okay. I counted my losses at that point. I was like, okay, let it be that this is the hair I got for 200k. No problem. Almost 200k, by the way, not 200k. I said, let's just be that this is the hair I got. So I was sad. I think I cried. I think I cried because I'm a very emotional person. So I cried. I was like, who sent me? Who sent me to go and do this rubbish I did? So I just moved on. I think days later, I would try to show the information in this video. Days later, they now sent me a message that the rider is coming to pick up. I was like, okay, no problem. Just come and pick up these hairs and bring my hair back. I even suggested at that point because, you know, this time around, it was not like it was same day and the rider was coming back. I just suggested that, please, will it not be better for you to just send my hair that was wig? Guys, I forgot to tell you guys, it came as bundles. Remember I said I paid for wigging. It came as bundles, no closure. So I was like, okay, since there was a mix-up, they explained to me that there was a mix-up, that somebody else who ordered bundles, they sent as in her bundles to me. So I was like, okay. So at that point, I kind of understood. I was like, okay, maybe the person ordered 150 grams, or maybe the person ordered like not 200 grams. Obviously, if the person ordered bundles. So I did not bother to talk again about the incomplete bundles. I was now advising them that maybe you guys should just send my wig. Then, instead of going twice, come collect the bundles, go back, bring wigs. I was like, okay, maybe just bring my wig, do an exchange, and collect the bundles. They were like, no, don't worry, that they will come and collect the bundles. That I should not worry about that. They'll come and collect the bundles and they wig it for me and return it. So they took it. Next thing, I just got a notification on my WhatsApp. They were like, or whoever was responding was like, please ma, the bundles you sent were not complete. You have cut out of the hair. This was not the hair we sent to you. They now sent me a picture of when they packed the hair and the gram of how they packed how the hair looked when they packed it, and that I had taken a part of the hair. I was like, hey, God. That day, I had never felt so embarrassed in my life. I was like, me, cut out of the hair. What do I want to cut? Like, why do I want to cut 50 grams or whatever grams it was? They now like sent it to me that it was 168 grams instead of 200 grams. I was like, okay, so I am going to now cut out 34 grams of this hair. Abi, what's the difference between 168? I was going to cut out 32 grams out of this hair for what exactly? Like, make it make sense to me. I was like, are you guys kidding me? I had to call them. I had to send them voice notes that you guys are unserious. You guys are the most unprofessional people I've ever come across. I was angry. I was like, really? I will cut from the hair. How will I do that? Why would I do that? It doesn't make any sense. Ladies and gentlemen, they were not like, if I want my hair wigged, then I have to either pay for extra so they can make up the 200 grams. I don't even know the trash they were saying. It was just annoying that, okay, I'll have to pay another money for wigging service for them to wig it with the closure as it is. Huh? Pay for what? Pay for what? Guys, long story short, I was so upset, so livid. I was like, okay, if you people in your mind feel that I cut this hair, no problem. God will judge you people. Just do whatever is left. Is it 168 grams? Don't worry. Don't wig anything for me, because you're asking me to pay for another wigging service. I paid for another wigging service. You did not wig the hair. You are asking me to pay again for wigging service, despite the fact that my hair was incomplete. I said, don't worry. Just send me the bundles the way it is. That you feel this is what is due to me. Send it to me. Send me my closure. Case closed. And return my wigging, my initial wigging money, since you people did not wig my hair. They were like, they cannot, that the wigging, one trash about how they cannot return my wigging fee. I was like, okay, just send me the hair like that. They sent the hair back to me like that. I was upset. I was like, I even gave them advice. I was like, are you sure that it's not the rider? They said, how would the rider cut from the hair? That didn't I receive the package sealed? I was like, okay, could it be the person who packed the hair? After packing the hair and snapping the picture to show you guys that this was the hair that was packed, the person cut out of it. They didn't respond. It was a terrible experience. I was just like, okay, no problem. But trust me, I sent messages. I, tried to advise them that, okay, just find a solution to this thing. It could be that this person has been pilfering from your customers' orders, and for a long time you need to try to get a hold of this situation. I'm not saying it's just for myself, but for all that customers as well. Well, everything I said fell on their deaf ears. I was just like sending my hair. So they sent me my bundles and the closure. They sent me the 168-gram bundles and my closure of 18 inches. I collected the hair like that. I will show you the hair now. I will show you how the hair looks now, because I had to buy 100 grams of hair from another vendor. This time around, trust me, I went to the location myself with my 2 legs. I went there, bought the 100 grams. I think I couldn't even afford at that point in time. I couldn't afford 24 inches because I had to buy that 22. I think I bought 20 inches or 22. I can't even remember. Just so that the hair will be full and it won't be scanty. I had to buy. In total, guys, I spent over 300k on this hair. Wigging, I had to pay to wig the hair again. God, it was a big loss for me. And for me, I was just like the whole reason why I decided to buy this hair in July was to avoid, dollar later increased, and the hairs became more expensive. So I was just trying to buy things, before, increment in anything. I was just trying to make sure that everything, like, I don't have to spend more. At the end of the day, I spent a lot more. It was painful. It was so painful. It was very painful. Till now, when I think about it, it's so painful. And the funniest part, like right now, I've done all this slaying in December, right? With the hair. I rocked the hair. I felt fly with the hair and all. But right now, guys, you won't believe that I'm not even pumped about long hairs anymore. Like having border hair, I'm not even crazy about long hairs anymore. If I see somebody that wants to buy that hair now, I'll sell it off immediately. I don't even care for it. Maybe because of the story attached to the hair, or maybe because I don't know what it is, but I just lost interest, in the whole long hair thing. And I was just like, ladies and gentlemen, look at my hair now. Is this not my natural hair? I have hair now. So what's my problem? What is my problem? Women, we do too much. We do too much. Anyways, that's not the end. Another thing I think really pained me about this vendor was that she actually believed that I took that hair. I pilfered that hair. She believed it. Why did I say so? Because all along I thought I was, conversing with the salespeople or the customer support people. But when I realized that I was actually conversing with the CEO herself, was when she used me to do content. Guys, she did content with this thing and talked about how a customer almost scammed her, caught hair, this. The whole thing that happened, she flipped it, took parts of the whole incident. She took some parts of the whole incident away and told the story in her favor. She didn't talk about the mistake she made at the beginning when I had to pay 12,100 extra. She didn't talk about a lot of things. She just, how you just flip something in your favor? She did that. She flipped it in her favor and she used it as content. And people were commenting. Guys, I cried. I cried because social media is such a crazy place, right? People judge people without getting the full picture. You just hear one-sided story and you just start commenting. People were commenting, saying that she's a thief. She must have been doing this before. Guys, I cried because I was like, for what? Something I can afford. Like something that's you know how painful it is when you can afford something and somebody accuses you of stealing it or taking it. It's painful. I was pained. I cried. I was like, God will judge this lady. Except I don't serve a living God. God will judge her. Guys, I put her in prayers. I said, God will judge her. Because before I was saying maybe it's our organization, maybe it's somebody within our organization. But for you to like go and do content about it, despite the fact, you know, I even told her that check me out on LinkedIn. Oh, I am a person of integrity. Check me out on LinkedIn. I am not somebody that cannot afford this. Do you understand? Not bragging or anything, but I just wanted her to know that it's not, I'm not a thief. You can check, like I used my name and my surname to order for this hair. So you can literally look for me on you know, on Google everywhere and you see my name. Like you see where I work. So why would I want to tarnish my image because of that? It was painful, but at the end of the day, I learned my lessons. I think one of the lessons I learned was the fact that I did not snap that hair. When I noticed that the hair was incomplete, I didn't take a snapshot immediately. That was a mistake I made, because if I had that evidence, nobody would come and accuse me of pilfering any hair. Okay? Or if I had made a video at the point where I was opening the hair, that wouldn't have happened. Anyways, guys, be careful out there. Be careful on the street of Instagram. I felt so bad. I was like, I know people that sell hair. You know, one of my former colleagues, she sells hair. So, like, I could have bought from her. But I was trying to buy on sales and save money. So, going forward, since that time, guys, since that time, I've not bought any other hair. Since that time. Because I've just been like, what's the whole point? I beg. I've not bought any other hair. And I even told myself that if I want to buy hair, I will go use my 2 legs and go and buy hair, you know, wherever I need to buy it. So guys, that's the story. That's the whole experience, right? It was painful. I'm laughing now, but it was really, really painful. So just be careful out there, right? If you do not have to buy online, don't buy. If your conscience is telling you, your mind is telling you not to buy online, don't buy. Don't buy. Look for people around you that sell what you want. Wait for them to do sales. Don't be like me. Penny wise, pound foolish. That's exactly what happened at the end of the day. But anyway, it was a good lesson. And did I tell you guys now that she also, like, I unfollowed her and all, but I also wanted to know, like, where all this will end. She had sales sometime in November, and I won't say it's karma, but karma is real. She had sales in November, and she took a lot of orders. I almost even bought again. See my stupidity. Because I was like, these hairs are so cheap. I almost bought again, but then I gave myself brain. Like, Unity, what's your problem? Don't try it. So I didn't buy it. And thank God I did not, because that particular sales, she got dragged. Like, she got dragged. She didn't keep to timelines. People complained about their orders. It was a mess. She even got called out on Instagram by somebody. The thing just popped up in on my timeline. I was like, hey, they called out this lady. You know, the same kind of story. What I ordered versus what I got. Now, this is something that business owners should look out for. If somebody, when one of your customers is complaining about something, you might say, oh, it's a one-off, right? But still investigate, because you could potentially be saving yourself from a lot of drags in the future. You could be saving yourself from a lot of mess that, you know, maybe your staff would create for your customers in the future. Don't just be blind and say that it's the customer. Yes, I know there are dubious people out there, but try to investigate things. Try to put a structure in place to make sure that your business does not suffer. You don't ruin your image. For the purpose, because I am like a Christian and I am somebody who has a forgiving heart, I will not mention this Instagram vendor's name. I will leave that out. And I'm sure it will be blurred in everything that I'm going to put up. But I'll leave her name out. But guys, be careful out there. I don't want to, I mean, it could be somebody in our organization that is doing this to her. So based on that, I wouldn't want to ruin her reputation further. Okay, but be careful out there. And anyways, that's the story. That's the long story. It's a very long video, but it's totally worth it. You should watch till the end. This is already the end. Anyways, so that's the whole story. Tell me in the comment section what you think. If you have like differing opinions, like I would really like to hear, because I want to even know what I did wrong. I didn't do anything wrong in my opinion, no. But I don't know, hearing the story, you guys might have differing opinions. So thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk, as I always say. See you in my next video, and thank you so much, guys, for always engaging with my posts, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for everything. I really do appreciate you. And let's keep it locked on Unique Boys Mom. This is me signing out. Bye for now.